Hello, my name is Richard and today I will be talking about climate change in Nigeria. Nigeria is located in West Africa and shares land borders with the Republic of Benin in the west, Chad and Cameroon in the east, and Niger in the north. Its coast in the south lies on the Gulf of Guinea in the Atlantic Ocean, with an area total of 927,768 kilometers square. Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa and the seventh most populous country in the world, with a population of approximately 177 million inhabitants. Nigeria has been undergoing explosive population growth and has one of the highest growth and fertility rates in the world. Healthcare, and general living conditions in Nigeria are poor. Life expectancy is 52 years and just over half the population has access to potable water and appropriate sanitation. The percentage of children under 5 has gone up rather than down between 1990 and 2003, and infant mortality is 97.1 deaths per 1,000 live births. HIV/AIDS rate in Nigeria is much lower compared to the other African nations such as Kenya or South Africa, whose prevalence rates are in the double digits. The Nigerian healthcare system is continuously faced with a shortage of doctors known as brain drain because of the immigration by skilled Nigerian doctors to North America and Europe. 70% of Nigerians are employed in agriculture. Agriculture has failed to keep pace with Nigeria's rapid population growth, and Nigeria now relies upon food imports to sustain itself. Major crops include beans, sesame, cashew nuts, cassava, cocoa beans, groundnuts, soybeans, and yams. The petroleum industry in Nigeria is the largest industry and main generator of GDP in the continent's most populous nation. Nigeria also has a wide array of mineral resources which include natural gas, coal, gold, tin, iron ore, limestone, and zinc. Despite huge deposits of these natural resources, the mining industry in Nigeria is still in its infancy. Consumer goods sector comprises companies that are engaged in the production and manufacturing of final goods. In general, these are products and services classified for personal use, specifically intended for the mass market. Nigeria is covered by 3 types of vegetation: forest, where there is significant tree cover; savannas, insignificant tree cover with grass and flowers located between trees; and montane land. The latter is the least common and is mainly found in the mountains near the Cameroon border. Both the forest zone and the savanna zone are divided into 3 parts, averaging around 90 degrees in much of the nation. Nigeria has 2 seasons, the rainy season and the dry season. Each lasts about half the year. Rainy season in the northern part of Nigeria lasts for only 3 to 4 months, June to September. The rest of the year is hot and dry, with temperatures climbing as high as 40 degrees Celsius. The southern coast is hot and humid with a rainy season from March to November. Northern Nigeria has a dry season lasting from October to April, with high temperatures and low humidity. During the dry season, the Harmattan wind blows from the Sahara. Now, what is climate change? Well, climate change is a long-term shift in weather conditions measured by changes in temperature, precipitation, wind, snow cover, and other indicators. The impact of climate change can be vast. In Nigeria, this means that some stable ecosystems such as the Sahel savanna may become helpless because warming will reinforce existing patterns of water scarcity and increasing the risk of drought in Nigeria, and indeed most countries in West Africa. As you can see, there are 2 graphs, one which states the average temperature and the other which states the most rainfall occurring from June through September It also shows that stations Port Harcourt and Mammoth, which are located close to the ocean, receive the most rainfall throughout. The high in rainfall may risk in a sea level rise, causing massive floods, plowing through shelters. Also, if the temperature rises in Nigeria, it may issue in a problematic drought lasting for several days. There's a few environmental issues going on in Nigeria. Oil spills. Oil spills are a common event in Nigeria. Half of all oil spills occur due to pipeline and tanker accidents, 50%. Other causes include sabotage, 28%, and oil production operations, 21%, with 1% of the spills being accounted for by inadequate or non-functional production equipment. Deforestation. In 2005, Nigeria had the highest rate of deforestation in the world, according to the Food and Agriculture Organization of the United Nations. In 2005, 12.2%, the equivalent of 11,089,000 hectares, had been forested in Nigeria. Depletion of fishing populations. The fishing industry is an essential part of Nigeria's sustainability because it provides much needed protein and nutrients for people. But with the higher demand on fishing populations are declining as they are being depleted faster than they are able to restore their number. What can I do to reduce climate change? Well, transportation causes about 25% of Canada's greenhouse gas emissions, so walk, cycle, or take transit whenever I can. Reducing, reusing, and recycling helps conserve energy and reduces pollution and greenhouse gas emissions from resource extraction, manufacturing, and disposal. Buy organic and locally grown foods, and eat low on the food chain. At least one meat-free meal a day, since 18% of greenhouse gas emissions come from meat and dairy production. What can Canada do to reduce climate change? Well, Canada can do the same by using renewable energy instead of burning fossil fuels. Renewable energy such as wind power, hydropower, and even solar power. Many organizations, including the Worldwide Fund for Nature, David Suzuki Foundation, and the Pan-African Climate Justice Alliance, are working hard on solutions to climate change and rely on financial support from people like you and me. Consider making a donation today by visiting the secure website in the description below. Well, thanks for tuning in on my climate change presentation on Nigeria. I hope you have learned a lot.